Okay. Okay. We made it. We made it to see yet another day. Thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Unks in the Building UNCS Unks in the Building. Resident Unk Byron here with the fantabulous Auntie Stacy.
Hello. We didn't do your usual. You.
Yeah,
That was real low key.
it was low
You
key.
good? You
Sometimes
feeling
you
all
gotta.
right?
Sometimes yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta just not burst people's eardrums. Yeah.
I think it's something we kind of.
UNCS Unks in the building.
That's right. There it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
we made it.
We did.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
tell the people what we doing. We're going to learn some dance moves today. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we had debate about that. What we were doing. So we're gonna do Reddit stories.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing Reddit
What
stories.
was the other debate?
Then we was talking about.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. All right, Reddit stories it is.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
This story is from AITA. Am I the a-hole?
Honestly.
Am I the a-hole for leaving a family, quote unquote, barbecue when asked to help in the garden? On Thursday, I was invited to
Up in the garden at a barbecue.
a family barbecue at my ex-wife's stepfather's house scheduled for today.
That's a whole lot. Ex-wife's
Stepfather.
Oh my goodness.
I brought barbecue sausages and prepared a homemade pasta salad and potato salad, being good weather, and I dressed in summery clothes and shoes, as did my girlfriend, who was also invited.
This is weird. Because why are you and your girlfriend going to your ex-wife's
Sometimes people still hang out.
stepfather?
People do
and
stuff
look?
like that.
Okay, go ahead.
When we got there, we were told that we each had to help first.
See, this is what happened. That's what really got invited. They got invited to help. This wasn't. Let me tell you something, man. If your ex invites you somewhere, and they invite your girlfriend or a significant other, because it could be, I don't see a guy doing this, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
We were told we each had to help first, clear the patio of dog mess. My dogs were at home. And then clear a space in the garden so that my ex-wife's stepfather could put a greenhouse there next week. After stating that I wasn't dressed for yard work and had been expecting conversation and drinks and food on the patio,
Right.
I declined to help.
Fair.
Instantly, everyone made it clear to me that I wasn't wanted if I wasn't going to help. So myself and my girlfriend left and found a nice country pub for dinner instead.
Fantastic.
I've got back home now, and kids of the adults who were there are now calling me names on social media and stating that I'm scared of hard work. Did I do the right thing after being lured there under false pretenses, or should I have stayed and potentially ruined a good set of clothes just to appease them?
No. I would not have stayed because that is some trickery. Now, if you close by and you got to change the clothes and you really want to help, then go home, change clothes, come back, help out. I'm all for helping somebody do something, help them move, help them paint. I'm all for helping, but you can't tell me I'm coming to a barbecue. And then when I get there, be like, hey, by the way, I got all this manual labor for you. You gonna mess up my outfit for what? For an ex. Ex's
I don't care who it
stepfather.
is.
Oh, I care.
No, I don't care who it is. You're lying to me, man.
Yeah, but still, that's a problem. That's a problem. But it's insult to injury that we ain't even. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Listen. If you needed help for the garden, that's something you need to preface.
Right.
Listen, we need help with this garden, but we're going to have drinks and stuff. It's going to be cool hanging out afterwards, but we need a little bit of work in the beginning. are you down to help? That's what you need to do. You can't fool people into coming. You know what this is like? This is like, hey, we haven't caught up in so long since high school. I'm having a party. I'd love for you to catch up. And then you get there and it's like a freaking Avon party. Where you
Yep.
meet,
Tupperware sales.
yeah, them kind of.
Oh, I heard.
You
I
sell
had,
one, and then I will do it, and then under the umbrella, everybody makes money, and you're like, what?
It was somebody I
False
went to high
pretenses.
school with who did that. Not to me, but they were with mutual friends. They did that to somebody, and it was like, man, you don't earn stripes in a positive
Let
manner.
people know what they're into. And I did that. I was in the Arbonne thing, but I told people this is what I'm up to. I would love to be able to meet up with you to be able to discuss it. No pressure.
Right.
Because I would hate for somebody to do that to me. Let's catch up
Let's
and
get
be like,
up. We're
actually,
gonna watch
the real
movies
reason
and
why
then...
I wanted to meet up with you is to lie. I lied to you at first. Like, that's not cool.
No,
No.
it's not. But like I said, this is no. I don't care who it is, but it's insult to injury for it to be who it was.
Because
You know what I'm saying? Like, do they have? My question is, like, I gotta find
do they
out.
have kids or something?
Yeah, I gotta find. Is there something keeping you tied to this individual?
Maybe they were cool people and they just broke up.
No, that's not a thing. I don't know a single man who is so cool with his ex-wife's his ex-wife's
I know people like that from
family,
family,
and they still invite everybody around. No way. I don't have a single ex.
Someone in the comments
Go ahead.
said that it was a paint party. But you know when
was
you're
a what
going
party?
a paint party. You ever heard of those? Mm-mm. Like somebody moved into a new house and they're gonna have a paint party. Everybody knows they're there to help paint. And get the house
I get what
together.
you're saying. Yeah.
But that's a known. You're known. You're invited to a paint. Yeah,
You're coming
I'm
over to
coming over
paint.
to help
Do
you
hard
fix
work.
your house. Yeah, and then that person usually provides drinks and
Right.
food and stuff. And that's the reward for helping them out.
Move. Pizza party.
No, this is a no. This
Joking,
is an easy
but
no.
no. Bro, leave. You're not inviting me nowhere, especially no ex stepdaddy. What? Get out of here.
Right. And top vote was
A-hole, right? Because this group likes to just
stop.
blame innocent people and victim blame and say you should have been a stand-up guy.
I don't think there's enough votes to say. But the top one says, my sister and her then boyfriend went to a housewarming party, dressed for a party, bottle of wine in hand. When they got there, they were given a paintbrush and were assigned a wall to paint. They left too.
Paint party. Yeah. No, you don't do that.
No, not cool.
You
What
don't
would
do
you
that.
do?
Well, I wouldn't have gone because if my
Okay,
ex
let's say it's a
invited
friend
me.
invited you to a barbecue and you show up.
And again, I don't have any problems with anybody, but I just no. No. But if it was a friend and they surprised me with that, and you're talking about being out in the dirt or
Not with
paint,
these
and I'm
shoes.
dressed a certain way, no.
No.
If it's something like, hey, help me move this fridge real
I'm
quick.
fine with that. Just let me know before.
You know what I'm saying? I'll help out. You gotta tell me in advance. Don't tell me we coming to have a good time, and then I get over there and the good time is hard work, and I'm not dressed for it.
Yep. Okay, next story.
Please.
This is from a subreddit from an area that people live in. It really doesn't belong in that area, but the guy put it there.
Okay.
And I guess it was gaining some traction. It's only 3 days old, but I thought it was interesting. So the subreddit from Muskegon? I don't even know where that is. But a Muskegon man regrets getting engaged to a fair partner. Okay?
A fair partner, I mean they're not cute. They just okay.
Affair.
Oh, he had an affair.
Yeah, he had an affair with the person.
An affair.
Okay, I'm currently living
Okay.
with the consequences of a decision I deeply regret.
Okay.
After divorcing my wife to be with my younger affair partner, reality is hitting harder than I expected.
I thought you were saying like Muscadine and he got a fair partner, like she was not.
He regrets.
She was
It's like
mid.
it's
I know. I'm just saying.
the way that
I'm
they.
saying how.
Oh, okay.
You just got an average looking partner. You regret it. It's that bad, huh? No. But an affair. Got you.
During the honeymoon phase of our relationship, I got engaged to her. She sold her house and moved in with me as soon as my divorce was finalized.
Ain't that
But
sweet?
now that dust has settled, my feelings have changed and I can't ignore the red flags.
Lord.
I recently looked into the success rate of relationships that begin as affairs, and the stats aren't encouraging.
Dumpster fire.
My adult children have completely cut me off, and
Lord.
despite my efforts, I haven't been able to repair that damage.
Forget about it.
To make matters more complicated, my fiance gave up custody of her teenage son
Lord
to be
Jesus.
with me,
Lord.
and barely spends time with him now.
Lord
That
Jesus.
weighs heavily on me. I've also learned her first marriage ended due to infidelity. And her reputation in town is that has a history of being involved with married men,
You got the nasty woman disease.
which she denies.
How you got a town reputation? You married her or his fiance?
Fiance.
Okay, don't do it, bro.
While she says
say?
I'm the first man who's treated her well, I can't say with confidence that I trust her to be faithful. One of the things that keeps me second guessing myself is how good she is at making me feel special. She compliments me
Flattery.
constantly and goes out of her way to build me up.
Ego stroke.
Part of me appreciates it, but another part wonders if I'm being manipulated. I know I need to take care of myself, and I think seriously about the long-term reality here, wondering if I should give it more time or cut my losses now.
That's scary. That's very scary. Because women who know how to sell fantasies. That's a nice way to put it. Women who know how to sell fantasies are dangerous. It don't take man much. If you look like something and you can stroke the ego enough, we'll a lot of times we'll cave. Okay, because we don't need much. We don't need much to live. Gosh, it's a saying, but it's so awful I don't want to say it.
Say it. You have to say it now.
The saying, that I heard it, and I'm not saying we this simple, but the saying is very simple. It's feed them, F them, and shut the F up. And you're going to keep a man very happy.
That's so terrible.
I'm telling you what the saying is.
I know what the saying is, but you're co-signing the saying.
Well, again, I'm saying within reason, that is enough.
Okay.
From the standpoint of it being
simplistic to talk about how simple it is.
That's what I'm saying. It's enough because we are very, very simple in some instances. Yeah, there's nuance to it, and everybody's not gonna necessarily just be 100% okay with that. We ain't just animals. However, a lot of guys, if you do that well for long enough, you got the keys to the city. And the thing is, for him, I think he is a little bit more enlightened, if I can say that. That's twisting your face, but he's a little more enlightened, and he's not as simple. And he's waking up that maybe I might be being manipulated. You disagree?
I think he's an idiot from day one.
Well, yeah, because he fell for it to begin with, but he's waking up.
He cheated with a younger woman.
Right?
Ruined
Who was also a cheater.
Blew up his entire family. Didn't find out first of all, you shouldn't be cheating. Number one.
That's number one.
But you're ready to leave your wife on a whim and a fancy, and you blow up your entire family. Your adult kids are not talking to you.
Right.
Was it worth it? It clearly doesn't seem like it. Number two, he didn't even vet the person to see what kind of human being they are, to see if they have any values.
This is what I'm talking about.
And then you realize, oh my gosh, she's got a reputation around town. That's something you should have looked into.
And this realization is now what I'm talking about, where he's becoming a little bit more enlightened because he was simple at first.
Is a very generous term, but go ahead.
Okay, we can call it generous. The point I'm trying to make
is
he's waking up.
Yeah,
Okay,
because he just finalized the divorce, had to pay alimony, I'm sure, and realizing how
yeah.
expensive this divorce is, and is like, this is probably gonna
Well,
end in divorce. And then he's like, I looked up the stats. Now you're looking up the stats
right. Well, yeah, because you don't how you what
because
they
you know the
say.
second
There's a
divorce,
saying.
she gonna take everything because she don't care about you.
Yeah, and you know what they say. They say how you get them is how you lose them. So with the infidelity thing, and she's cheating on her husband and all that stuff. I'm like, what kind of city is this where you got a reputation around town? Y'all must
It's
be
a
in a place
small,
where
well,
it ain't but
Muskegon
a.
or Muskegon,
Oh, that's the
Musk.
city.
It's a city. It's an
Oh, okay.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna need him to first of all stop messing with a
And look,
city girl. No, but the thing is, he once he knows, that don't mean you got to keep being stupid. He need to tap out quick because the thing is, when you have somebody like that and they're used to saying what people want to hear, that's how they win. Right? That's how they win. You doing the ego stroke and probably being nasty because she getting around, and then it's this fantasy. It's almost like the stripper, right? When you deal with strippers, those type of people, a lot of them, and some people are actually going to school and they're paying for college, but they're gonna tell these men whatever they want to hear in the moment because you're trying to get money. You know, that's what it is. And it's kind of like with this individual, that individual is going to tell them whatever he wants to hear because she want to win. The crazy thing for me is talking about giving up custody of her
her
kid.
kid. Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
She's useless. Sorry.
For
She
me, I'm
is.
like, if I see somebody move like that, I'm done.
She don't got loyalty to her own child.
I'm done.
She's like, peace out, son.
Now I've seen that happen where people have left their children, you know, and said, "Hey, I'm choosing my relationship over my kids." I've seen it, unfortunately.
That's sad.
It's very sad. I've seen it, and I wish I could say I just seen it once, but I did not see it just one time. I've seen people do stuff like that. However, to me, that's a huge red flag. It's a character flaw for me. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, commitment, when you're talking about, so what's going to happen when we hit a rough patch? And the fact that people going to be in situations that go left. But I'm looking at your last situation. I'm like, your last situation ended in infidelity. And now you
But they met.
came
He was
in.
doing infidelity with her.
Right. You came in and messed up my marriage. And then I found out that you've done that to several other people's marriages.
It feels like
You
that's
have a
what she likes.
reputation.
She likes that whole, oh my gosh, they're leaving
It's the
someone for
thrill
me,
of a
and
situation.
she gets the self-worth from that. Like, oh my God, I'm worth him leaving this person for. That's
I'm
me.
being
He did that
chose.
for me. And then after that, you're kind of like, I don't really like you though as a person. I just want to get that feeling again.
Yep.
And for her leaving
Because the
custody
chase
of her
is done. It's a
kid,
game.
that's wild. So
It's a game. What was that supposed to be about? Was that
it was just him talking about his life, and somebody he's saying, should I give it more time or cut my losses?
Oh yeah. So you know what? I kind of want to start that whole segment over and just be like, bro, what are you doing? That was like, just cut everything else I just said. I ain't gonna cut it, but I'm just saying. If I just cut everything else I just said and just be like, the fact that you're asking this question means you need to leave.
Yep.
Because if you have to ask yourself whether or not you're being stupid with a woman who left her own kid for a man and has no problem sleeping with another married person or ruining her own situation to sleep with someone else. The odds of you just bump the way y'all got together, because sometimes there's been people like, for example, high profile Kevin Hart cheated on his wife, He cheated again, but the second girl that came stayed with him. What's her name? Aniko?
Aniko, yeah.
She stayed with him. She was like, hey, it's part of territory, but hey, don't do it again.
When he cheated
on her. He stayed. So technically, their marriage is still going. They found a way to mend things, and more power to them. But this lady's
another kid, I think, after that.
Yeah, this lady's different. This lady's different. So I'm not saying it's 100% certainty that the situation is going to fail, but the fact that reputation around the city is crazy.
It's a small town. I feel
it does.
I'm just making that up. It just feels like a small town.
Even I don't care if it's 15 people. If you just slept with 14 of those 15, it's a problem for me.
Right.
You can't go nowhere and hold her hand in public without somebody looking at her like, yeah, I done had that.
It's awful.
Bruh, no way.
So somebody said, you've already had an affair, divorced your wife, alienated your kids, and broken her relationship with her teenage son.
You gonna tell us to hang in there?
I don't think cutting your losses should be the focus. I'd figure out what the heck you want and commit to it. And the response to that, somebody's response was, poor OP. It's always so unfair when you have to deal with the consequences of your own actions. Someone said, I don't think cutting your losses should be the focus. Homeboy already cut all his gains. And that's true. Like, he lost his entire family, his wife, the relationship he had, the respect of his kids.
Right.
I don't think he should marry this woman. He should cut the losses.
Yeah.
But he should go to therapy.
Yeah. And maybe after he cut this lady off and get himself together, he might get his kids back.
Trying to make amends with his family. I mean, that's never going to be the same. They're never going to look at you the same.
But it might be good enough to get invited back to the house for a barbecue, and they can tell them to cook and clean up the greenhouse in the back.
Right.
Not going to my ex's house and cleaning up nothing, but that's crazy.
Okay, ex's stepdad's house. Oh, okay, God. Get it right.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
No.
Okay. This one is from the subreddit Legal Advice.
I'm not a lawyer, but I did stay in a holiday.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Sat down on my friend's MacBook and broke it. Offered to pay her the money for it, but now she wants more because she was upgrading anyway, quote unquote. So it's this or she will sue me in small claims court. Ready?
This is his friend, he said?
Yes.
Oh my God.
You ready?
Go ahead.
I had some of my friends over at my house, and one of my friends invited one of her other friends to come over. She had her MacBook on my couch when I sat on it and broke it. Since it was completely my fault, I offered to pay her the money for it, and she agreed. She got it 3 years ago, and it cost $2,200 at the time. I told her I'd wire you the money in a week to her bank account.
$2,200. He's going to give her the full price of what she paid 3 years ago. I need her to have a nice day. No way. What you want, $5,000 now?
She's now emailed me saying that as per our conversation, she's expecting $2,700 that I've agreed for. I didn't know why she added the extra money, so I got her number from my friend and asked her to find her, telling me she's now expecting me to pay for her new upgraded MacBook since she was quote unquote upgrading anyway. She said if I don't agree to do that, she'll be suing me in small claims court. Can a judge agree to that? Should I wire her the $2,200 or should I just tell her to go sue me? Location is in California.
I don't know the laws out there. I don't know the laws anywhere for something like that.
What do you think it is?
I'm telling her to have a nice day. Because this is what we agreed upon. And you're talking about a 3-year-old. I didn't agree to buy you a new computer. I can replace what you have. We can go find you a replacement. You can get an older one off eBay. We can find you somebody else who's selling something. We can go to a computer store. We can try to have repaired, fixed. We can build you one. I am not upgrading you. Not upgrading you. Why would I upgrade you?
First of all,
maybe it's an inconvenience factor, but why
is your MacBook on the couch?
This is a real
and during a
question.
party.
This is a very real question.
You're not
It was a
even a
party. Or
friend.
they just hanging out.
I invited some of my friends over.
Okay,
A bunch
so,
of people over.
but
And then a friend brought a friend. So she's not a friend.
not a friend. You just this other random girl
Second of all,
bringing over a laptop to.
how did he break it? How big is he? Is it broken?
You're not gonna shame.
I'm just saying, when laptops, if you drop it on the ground, they don't just break like that.
Yeah.
Is the laptop completely not usable?
She might.
He broke the screen more than likely. Yeah. Or she did.
Yeah. Then take this to
Second
Apple and
of
see if
all,
they can repair it, refurbished.
It's 3 years old. You're not getting $2,200 for it.
You should be getting $1,200 for it. That's what's gonna happen when you go to court. Like we talking about depreciation. You're not getting the whole. You're not getting the fact that he said. And I'm just thinking about me. Like I got an old Mac in there that I used to have. That's very old. If somebody breaks that, I'm not gonna tell them, give me the price of the Mac that I bought when I first bought it when it first came out.
And I was gonna buy a new one. So why would I give you the difference?
I was gonna buy
She's
a new
lucky
one.
he was gonna give her the $2,200. She
that
really
was
lucked
very
out.
generous of him.
So she
to
could
be
have
like,
kept
I'm
her
on
mouth shut, but she went to this apartment and it was probably fancy, and she was like, you know what?
They got money.
This person has the
he
money.
was too easy on giving me the $2,200.
And he's giving it to me in a week. And
because a lot of people would have been like, sorry.
She didn't even say, she tried to slip it in there like, as per our conversation, 2,700.
No.
He was like, 27? What are you talking about?
Now you getting nothing.
Right.
If it's the court of Byron, I'm not giving you anything. If I was a judge, no, because now you're trying to rob me. Because I'm the judge, I'm like, I don't like that. I'm giving you, and I'm saying nothing. I don't say nothing. I'm giving you $1,200. That's what I would award you because I'm doing depreciation on a 3-year-old. Bruh, the cost of computers drops so fast. I don't even remember, like, even when you go try to buy a TV, the size TVs now and the quality of TV now that you can get from Walmart for $300, you was paying $2,200 a decade ago.
Right.
You were spending a lot of money, relatively speaking.
That's a lot of money.
For a TV.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, you're going to spend, remember like when 3D TVs came out, first came out. I think the one we had, no, that's the thing. The one we had was like, might have been like $1,400
right
at the time. And I'm like, now that TV is like
$300.
What are you doing?
Right.
I don't know if it'll be that low. I mean, because like I said, the 3D technology is just gone. And you can't even buy one. But just for you talking about a regular 55, 65-inch TV, it's gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's nothing now. You think about a computer, how fast technology changes. Like you cannot get the same exact price as what you paid back then, full price for it. I'm like, I'm knocking off $500 if anything, ma'am.
So somebody says you don't pay either of those amounts. You pay the depreciated value of the MacBook as of the date your butt sat on it, and not a dime more. If she wants to upgrade, she can pay for that upgrade. And if she wants to sue, good luck to her. Right. No judge is going to award her more than the MacBook is currently worth.
That is correct.
So I clicked on, I just lost it. Hang on. I clicked on the post. And I need to find the update because they updated it. 1 second.
But yeah, no, the depreciation sounds about right. You're getting whatever it's worth as of the 3-year-old time period that you sat on it, and not the full price of the brand new computer that you bought 3 years ago.
Right.
If anything, I'm paying somebody at a mom and pop to repair it, or I'm taking it to Apple to repair it so you can keep your warranty, not paying for the upgraded version of it. I'm sorry.
So this is the update. I never thought this would turn out the way it did, and I felt like I really learned so much stuff in the process thanks to all of you. I went through every single comment of the 200 plus ones, and I sincerely thank each and every one of you. I did some research specifically for repairing the screen for the MacBook and for her particular model. Because I guess maybe in the comments someone was like, did you wreck it? Or
Right, is the screen just cracked? And he's probably going to spend less than $500 to get the screen fixed.
It's around $310 for the screen.
Come on, bro.
Plus the labor cost. So I wrote her back saying that since she didn't accept my initial offer of $2,200, I'm withdrawing that offer and offering to pay for the repair cost. She sent an email calling me a B and that she's going to take me to court. So it's a girl. I got served a few days later and went to court. I told the judge I gave her 3 options to choose from. Number 1, either write her a check for a brand new one, which was $2,200. Number 2, get her a refurbished one from Apple or a third party, or even used, which would be around $1,400. Or 3, fix her current MacBook since the screen is the only thing affected here and will cost around $300 plus money for labor. I printed out the email I sent her and the email she sent back refusing, demanding the $2,700 and calling me a B and saying she will go to court, and screenshots for the price codes from the various websites for a new refurbished one and the screen fix for her particular model, and gave it to the judge. I also told him that when I offered at the very beginning to get her a new one from the Apple store, she said, no, I want the money in cash. When I told her I'd given her $2,200 for a new one, she said okay, but later came asking for $2,700 because she wants an upgrade. I tried to show him how clearly visible that she's trying to take advantage of me. How clearly it's clearly visible, right? She gave the judge an attitude almost the whole time, which really pissed off the judge and helped my case, I guess. After listening to both of us, he ruled that I pay 50% of the repair costs. Since she negligently left her laptop on the couch. So I'll only be paying not more than $200 to $250 for the whole thing. If it weren't for you guys, I would have paid $2,200 instead of around $200. And I honestly loved her look at the end as we walked out.
It's because she was stupid.
She could have taken the $2,200 in cash. That's what he wanted. That's what she was going to say.
This was definitely, I saw your crib. I saw how quick you were to say, here's the money. Because people don't just have $2,200, the average person. I mean,
laying around
there's
just
some
to pay
people
for
who
it.
got it, but the average person don't just have $2,200. Oh, hey, I'll just buy you another. I'm so sorry. Here you go.
Right.
That's not, a lot of people don't have it. Not to do that on a whim. Like on some, hey, I'm just going to handle this because this is the right thing to do. She saw dollar signs and lost her mind and lost. The moral of the story, you need to do the right thing. Just do the right thing. It was more than enough to get $22.
All the people needed to do the right thing.
Do the right thing. S3?
Yeah. You want another one or are you good?
No, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up.
Okay.
So that will be our saying. Our phrase for the day, in the words of Spike Lee, do the right thing. Do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Not because you're being told to do the right thing, but just do the right thing. Infidelity is not the answer. Fix you so you don't need to cheat. And cheating was kind of the thing. You cheated to get some work done by lying to somebody. You cheated on your spouse to get the neighborhood whore.
Pirate, please.
That's what it is. And she's a harlot.
Oh my gosh.
And then you tried to cheat this person out of $500, which I'm very happy.
500.
Excuse me. Yeah, no, it was. She agreed to $2,200, so she tried to cheat her out of additional.
She tried to cheat her out of $2,200 because that thing ain't worth that.
Yeah, no, it's not. No,
I think she just.
And she knew it. Yeah. It might have been done intentionally. Like,
might have been cracked.
Who knows?
Before.
Oh my gosh! Did you sit on my laptop? And it's a girl. Like, I'm thinking some burly guy. I'm thinking some burly guy sat on a laptop.
Even if it's a burly girl, laptops are usually very. She had to have slammed herself down on that thing.
So, like flop.
Yeah.
Like legit flopped on your thing. and then you need to be having like the thinnest MacBook Air on the planet. And how old is this? 3 years ago? Like,
This post was 8 years ago.
oh,
And
get out of here.
It was 8 years ago.
The
I
post
believe.
was 8 years ago, so the MacBook is 11. They weren't even that thin.
Right. So to break it,
Okay.
it was still
All
that
right.
pink, that plastic on top, kind
No,
of curved.
yeah, no. I need you to have a nice day, because yeah. I'm glad the judge did you like that. That was awful to try to take advantage of somebody and then be mad and have the audacity to push up. Because I would have been like, it's just stupid.
What?
If I know I'm taking advantage of somebody, and
That's just greed.
I know. It's just ridiculous. If I know I'm taking advantage of somebody, here's $2,200. All right, I want 27. No. Okay.
No. She did it. She slipped it in the email as per our discussion.
Right. No.
Thinking the person has so much money, should have been like, oh, I thought it was 2,200, but maybe she said 27. I'm gonna just send it. That's what she thought was gonna happen.
But I'm saying when that didn't happen,
that much money.
When that didn't happen, then I'm like, don't worry about it.
That
Just go ahead
was
and
a
send
typo.
22.
That was a typo. I meant 22. Sorry about that. I don't know
Something
what
if you
happened
really
there.
want, it's just super stupid.
When you realize the person was giving you pushback, I thought you said 22.
You want to double down and take them to court and all that stuff, man. Come on. And then
Yeah,
she was still open to giving the $2,200 even after the fact.
No, she said, since you're being like that, I'm withdrawing it.
I thought
The
she
initial
said
thing was 2,200, and she sent the email saying 27, and then she came back saying, since you don't want to take my 2,200, I'm withdrawing that, and I'll fix it or give you a refurbished one.
right. I thought that was another no, but anyway, doesn't matter either way. Good for you, because you messed up and that was stupid. And don't try to take advantage of people. It's not right. Do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, even when nobody's looking.
That's right.
That's what your character is. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Please continue to do those fantastic things you do. Like, comment, subscribe, share. But please leave the comments. We appreciate every single last one of them. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.